Okay. So your name is Bob Glenn, right?
Well, my real name is Robert, but I prefer Bob.
Okay.
I think we can start with World War II.
Total war patterned by the Nazis.
My mother always had the radio at home on when we came home at lunch for noon for lunch. And I'd listen to a guy called H.B. Kaltenborn. He would give the war news. And I was taking shorthand in high school, and I'd sit there and try to transcribe shorthand while he was giving the news as a practice. Mm-hmm. There were 3 of us boys that took shorthand. Yeah. I think we just wanted to be around the girls, but yeah. we took, I haven't changed, but I joined up, enlisted in the late 1944, and they didn't even have a deferred program, but since the war had ended in April and the next year, in 45. Mm-hmm. So the only war at the time was in Asia. But so people moving and so they left me, and that's how I got to go through the graduation with my class. Yeah. I imagine my assignment as a senior advisor, I told you to, the commanding general of Forces Command was probably the best of the best that I would ever say about the I enjoyed the military. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I enjoyed being in the infantry. Yeah.
Have been launched across the Rhine. These units have the immediate objective of seizing high ground around Wesel.
You always knew that you didn't worry about what was left of you or right of you, ahead of you or behind you, because somebody was always covering that. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of the bonding. That happens even in the Air Force, the Marines, the Navy. You have a close-knit friendship relation, yes. Mm-hmm. You don't have close buddies. Well, it was fun to a kid from Kansas, yeah. Do their hunting and fishing and mm-hmm. carousing. Well, that was hunting and fishing and carousing. Mm-hmm. Every one of us that went to high school at that time knew that we were eventually may have to be cannon fodder for our country, but yeah. That took a lot of the young people from Hoisington mm-hmm. and other communities, and a lot of them didn't return. After I came back from the military, shortly later I was married. Then, the fun days, not the fun days, but being the kid days were over, You
talked about high school, how it was some of the best years of your life. What were some things that young kids back then would have done for fun when they're outside of school?
Well, work.
Yeah.
I think probably every youngster and young lady had a chore or a job to do. Usually we had free time, but spent time going to work. I worked in the ice plant, ice trains, and did custodial work in telephone office at 6 o'clock in the morning, then go to school. Worked in the oil fields on a rig in the evening tower and come home and go to bed and get up and go to school. So we had free time, yes, leisure time, but most of the children that were my age will tell you that they had a job to do.
Was it hard raising kids back then? Was it?
Oh no, that was fun.
Was it fun?
That's the best time of your life.
Really?
Really. Getting to change dirty diapers. No, really. I mean, it's quite a. You learn by doing.
Yeah.
You really do. Yeah. I enjoyed.
Cool.
I enjoyed my grandchildren. That because the children had to do it, I didn't have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you run out of material, you just tell me. We'll start on something else. We'll start on your girlfriends.
Oh, yeah.
Or
we don't need to talk about me.
Filming crew's girlfriends or something.